Hello. I usually wear a hat and try to fix myself up a little bit to look nicer, or a little nicer, before I do these, but I really just don't care. Uh, I'm a little sleepy. Not as much as usual, though, so I will take a very brief little nap once I'm done here. I had a lot that I wanted to say earlier. It's the way this usually goes. A lot on my mind that I really wanted to say, and as time goes, I kind of care less and less. But I do still have a few things I would definitely like to say. I have this cup that's been sitting in my bathroom. It's from Caddy's in Clearwater, Florida. And it says, "You are exactly where you need to be." I find that incredibly ironic because, oh my god, these ants are carrying the corpse. Okay, I gotta completely stop what I'm doing. These ants are carrying the corpse of this bee I just killed away. There's another bee flying all around me. Look at this. This is actually really gross. Life is really something. I look tired. Yeah, so I come out here and I sit on this cinder block. It's a great lawn chair. Mostly because I'm in the sun. My house blocks the sun otherwise if I sit on my porch. So it says, "You are exactly where you need to be." And I find that so ironic because the place that I've spent the entire last year wanting to be is there. Florida, where I got that cup. And that cup is actually from a week that, well, one night in particular, that I look back at as like a peak day and night for me. Not the day, but that was a peak night for me. Like all time. So far. And, you know, hopefully things get better and there are many more of those ahead of me. And I worry about how good things will be in the future with the health issues that I have now. But I find that ironic. These past few days I've looked at that in my bathroom and thought that couldn't be further from the truth. But at the same time, it's a good message because life happens everywhere you are. Life happens where you are, no matter what. And I feel like not a lot of life has been happening here for me, but only have myself to blame, and that does no good either. I'm just very, very ready to move on. And honestly, even this feels wasteful. And I'm more tired than I thought I was. I'm struggling with words. Maybe this would have been better after the nap, but this is life. I wish I had just got my shit together back then. I know what I was dealing with. It feels really silly now, especially in comparison to what I've been dealing with. It was all these mental problems that were entirely mental. Nothing more than mental. And now it's been all these physical issues that I've let affect me mentally. But it's because I can't shake them off and I have all this worry about what my life is and what my future will be. And my ability to do things and my body to function properly. It's been a lot. It's been stressful. And I didn't move on, you know, and now a whole year's gone by. Watching these ants drag this bee corpse. They're taking it all the way across the yard. They're probably gonna take it down in their ant hole. Crazy. The way life works. Life, the world. You know, I used to really love, listen to these squirrels up in this tree. I used to really love being in the woods, and it's not that I don't still, but it's a bit much sometimes. It's like, oh, these bees over by the porch today, swarming my porch, swarming all around me. They won't leave you alone. I come out in the yard, the ants crawl all over my feet. It's like impossible to avoid. It's a bit much. And I know if you go to a city, it's gonna be cars and people, but yeah, I don't know. I guess you gotta pick and choose. Take your pick. But it's so funny. I just think had I got my shit together out there, I would have avoided all these injuries. Had I got my shit together even just a few weeks sooner, and who knows what would have happened. I feel like I've said all this before, maybe, but it's true. And it doesn't matter, because all that is real is, what has happened and what is. That's it, right? That's reality. But things are not what I expected. They never will be. It's bad to look at yourself as a bad luck pity case. Poor me. You know, you look at other people, their lives seem so fun, so happy-go-lucky. And it's hard not to look and go, God, I'm awfully unlucky. But that thinking is terrible. It's toxic. I'm sick of it. Right now, I'm sick of all this. I actually feel okay. My body's not bugging me too much. And I'm like, I should just get after it. And that's really what I'm going to do. I've been saying it forever, but I really am. I'm kind of just trying to document what I'm going through. I'm watching all these. I think the bees are now eating the B Corps. Oh. And look, the fucking ants. They never stop. So anyway, I'm just out here in my yard, a little sleepy. I'm trying to sell shit online, Facebook Marketplace, a little bit of eBay maybe. I'll make some decent money. I think I'm gonna go to Thailand now, and at least then I will say, you know, at least something good has come from me being at home this whole last year, because I just think I could have been in Florida. I have all these memories, and I felt like it was so exciting there. Like the last true excitement I had in my life, aside from like a couple nights here. A couple nights, that's it, that I had up in Morgantown, which is an hour from where I live. But aside from that, I feel like it was just, Florida was exciting. I felt like every night I went out was exciting. Just tons of new people. Beautiful women everywhere, people from all over the place, so many people to meet and become friends with, and everything I wanted was there. You know, get any kind of food you want, the beach is there, I had some family. I mean, it just made sense. But this is what happened. I fucked up, and this has led to this path. And some of my lessons I still haven't learned, perhaps, but here I am. And I think, yeah, if I end up traveling now instead, then that'll be something positive that came from not going straight back to Florida, because I'd be locked up in a lease at this point. And maybe at the end of the lease, I would have still wanted to travel. Who knows? But probably not. Everything that's happening now would probably not be the case. I wouldn't have wrecked my car. I wouldn't have to worry about all this. But this is life, right? You know, saying what I feel sometimes brings it back up to the surface, and that's not good or helpful. Part of me is like, should I turn this the other way? It's a bit late for that now, though, isn't it? Yeah, it makes no real difference. So, this, I feel like this has been an unproductive video. Maybe I won't even post this. But I feel like all I've accomplished is coming out and feeding the fucking animals and a bunch of like really short-term flings with girls that were completely pointless. I have learned a bit about that, but I probably would have learned that lesson either way also. Women caring too much and trying not to do so. I really did this right when the sleepy was hitting me the absolute hardest. Oh, I beat Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild today. 7.5 years ago, that game came out. I was with my friends. We went in Louisville, Kentucky. We were there for a game convention, and we went and waited in line to get a Switch on release day to play Breath of the Wild. And 7.5 years later, I finally beat it. I had my Switch stolen in college 2 years ago, which is part of why I didn't beat it sooner. But truthfully, I was just playing Pokemon. And I lost my sword, Pokemon sword, but, you know, there's bigger issues in the world. But yeah, I finally beat it, and it's insane to me that it's been 7.5 years. Made me feel really weird, just how much time has passed. And things have changed, and I'm ready to move on with them. I'm ready to change myself. I'm ready to kill some of these fucking bees. It's getting almost late for a nap, so I'd say it's about time. But I'm gonna finish this script. I'm gonna make this film. This film is largely about all the time I've been wasting. And maybe that'll be something good. And then I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. And that's really all I can do. It's not so bad. I've come to really accept what is. I think it's made me mentally stronger. And you know, all you can do is accept what is. Can't worry about what you can't change. It's a principal philosophy of Stoicism. And, I mean, it is true, though. I do look at Florida like the last really exciting place I was, but hopefully I enjoy Thailand if that's what I end up doing. And at the moment, it seems like it is. Of course, a week ago, I thought it was Bali. Turns out it's rainy season there, so now it's going to be Thailand. So, not somewhere I ever expected to live, let alone even visit. Life is funny. And it's like, you know, ultimately, the girls that I'm going to have a lot more in common with are probably in Florida, the American girls. Beautiful, from America, you know, who I'm going to have a lot in common with and probably shared values and experiences. And maybe they're from up this way. I've met a lot of people from Ohio, upstate New York, Pennsylvania, Michigan, whatever. And maybe they're there. And maybe when I come back, I'll be a bit too old to be chasing college girls, but maybe that's not a bad thing. Lived my life and had some experiences and learned what's really important, and chasing girls is definitely not the most important thing. And then I also need to work on myself. And I think at this moment, for the next time being, I should really focus on my film career. Getting this movie made and seeking out any opportunities that exist. And save up some money, and then I can move. And that's pretty much it. So anyway, I'm chronicling this, and maybe this will be a fun way to watch me, see that fucking bee fly past my face? To watch me overcome this and see, you know, not just struggling, but like someone who's overcome their issues, overcome their problems. And hopefully that's motivating. So anyway, that's it. Peace out. This was a shitty video, I feel. But I'm gonna pass out in the next like 10 minutes. I'm having a little pudding, I think, and then I'm gonna pass the fuck out. Alright. Chronicling the journey. So, peace out.